Yo, 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 what's going on, guys? Joey Sharkenbach is back here with another video for you guys. I know I'm doing this Sunday morning, yet last night couldn't really find time to do it. Week 12 game picks. So far, all games are on. I think this has probably been the worst week in terms of COVID for the year for the NFL. We've had a lot of issues with it, especially the Ravens. So, more on that in a second, but let's jump right on into the games that we know are on today. So, first game, we have the 7-3 Browns at the 1-9 Jaguars. Shouldn't really be close. Jaguars, just the coldest team in the NFL. Won week 1 against the Colts. Ever since then, they have lost 9 in a row. Browns, they're weird this year, man. I kind of feel like their first few wins were on the offense, where their defense just was non-existent. Then the past few games, their defense has won the game. 10-7, they beat Houston. They beat Philadelphia like 22-17, and then the game before that, their defense won the game too. It's weird. So I guess they've just totally flipped the script. Their defense is carrying now instead of the offense. But anyways, I think this is a great opportunity for their offense to get back on track, at least relatively speaking, because the Jaguars are absolute trash. They're on the road, but it shouldn't make a difference. Pretty sure the Browns are healthy in terms of COVID, with the exception of Odell Beckham, obviously. I'm going to go with the Browns here. 27-17. Next game, guys, this should be a pretty interesting game. 6-4 Cardinals at the 4-6 Patriots. Cardinals are all over the place. Their last game was against the Seahawks, lost on Thursday night. Patriots lost to the Texans last weekend. I told you guys, the Patriots just simply aren't that good. However, I feel like they kind of have the habit of the every other game method, and they're also at home this game. I don't know. I actually kind of have a weird feeling that the Patriots are going to win this game. Why? I have absolutely no idea. Cardinals, again, I'm pretty sure they're healthy. At least COVID and injury related, except for Chandler Jones, obviously. Patriots, I mean, COVID has destroyed them. Players opted out. But the thing is, their offense is not good, but at the same time, they do have a great offensive line, and the Cardinals' defense kind of sucks, and I kind of feel like if they're able to establish a consistent rushing attack, which they should be able to, the Cardinals might have a hard time with this one, and I actually think the Patriots are going to pull off a little bit of an upset here. Again, Cardinals seem to have a little bit of a consistency issue. I'm going to go with the Patriots here, guys. Again, in an upsetting fashion, 24-21. Next game, guys, we have the 3-7 Chargers at the 7-3 Bills. Bills got into a bit of a skid. They've bounced back. Allen looks very, very good. And really, they should be 8-2. It's just their defense is terrible and couldn't stop DeAndre Hopkins with 3 guys. Chargers, choke artist, can't do anything. And I actually think a lot of their games are close, but they can't play football for 4 quarters. They just can't do it. Bills, again, so far they're doing well. Their defense is not that good this year. I think injuries haven't helped, but they're just simply not as sharp as usual. Again, they're at home. This game should not be close. I'm going to take the Bills here, 38-17. Next game, guys, we have the 6-4 Dolphins at the only, non-winning team, winless team, I should say, 0-10 Jets. So Dolphins, I don't know. I've kind of been seeing them get a lot of slander this week, based off of how they've played. I guess because they did just lose to the Broncos. But the Broncos have a habit of being that scrappy, I'm going to get in your way team. They beat the Patriots. I know the Patriots aren't good this year, but they beat the Patriots at home. Was the game in Denver last weekend? I think it was. But yeah, the Broncos have a habit of messing everything up. Not nearly as much as the Titans, but the Broncos certainly have a habit of screwing a team over. Still, though, the Dolphins are not that good, and I told you guys that Tua Tagovailoa really wasn't doing anything. It was just their defense was playing surprisingly well, and he was just, he was getting the job done. He got benched last week, and I think he did get hurt a bit as well. This week, it's Ryan Fitzpatrick. They're saying that Tagovailoa is out with an injury, and I think he might be, but I also think it's partially because they just benched him because he was trash last week. So Fitzpatrick, and I gotta be honest, guys, I wish all the luck for Tagovailoa. All right, he has great potential, but it does make me feel better to have Fitzpatrick get back in, because I feel so when he got benched for no reason, it was kind of sad. That how hurt he was. So I am happy to see him get back out in the field. And the Dolphins, I don't think they're that good, but they do have a chance this year. They have a chance, and Fitzpatrick knows that when he's committed, he's committed. He's probably the most inconsistent quarterback of all time. But hey, when he's on, he's on. And he does not have that much of a competition here because the Jets are absolute garbage. It's in New York, not going to make a difference. Again, Dolphins know they need to secure that second place in the division. I'm going to go with the Dolphins here, guys. 31-17. Next game, guys, oh boy. 3-7 Giants at the 2-7-1 Bengals. So, of course, big loss for the Bengals. Joe Burrow looks like he tore his ACL, out for the year. I think it's even confirmed. He's done for the year. Pretty sure it's a torn ACL. So that sucks. Another guy, great potential. Giants. So believe it or not, the Giants actually have a chance to go to the playoffs. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. So right now the football team is actually in first place. They kind of dominated the Cowboys on Thanksgiving Day. They're 4-7. The Eagles are 3-6-1. So therefore, 4-7 is better. Actually, hold on. 3-6-1. I'm pretty sure 4-7. Actually, they might be tied for first place. I got to get my standings right. But it's the football team and the Eagles either tied for first place or the football team might even be in first. It's such a bloodbath. I mean, 4-7 or 3-6-1 is first place in that division. Like, are you kidding me? The thing is, all of those teams kind of have the same records because it's so bad. The Giants, they're not out of it just yet. 3-7, they have a chance. And I think they kind of know that, so they're still hanging on by a thread. And, I mean, with the Bengals, I don't know who is going to play quarterback for them. Is it going to be Ryan Finley? I don't know. But I don't know who's going to play quarterback for them. But anyways, I actually think the Bengals are going to get this win. They know that they want to win for Burrow. And I do think they're the better team than the Giants. The Giants are only like threading the needle, I guess you could say, because their division is absolute garbage. I'm going to go with the Bengals here. Plus, they're at home. Let's go Bengals 27-10. I don't think it'll be that close. But hey, you never know. And the Giants, they're still fighting. Next game, guys, we have the 4-7 Panthers at the 4-6 Vikings. Vikings were on a hot streak, right? They were 4-5, and I'm pretty sure they lost to the Cowboys last weekend, I want to say. Panthers, just not good at all. Not a game anybody exactly cares about, but I guess the Vikings still have a chance because the Bears are in a big skid right now. I'm pretty sure they've lost like 3 or 4 in a row. Packers are obviously going to win the division unless something brutally wrong happens. Or horribly wrong, whatever you want to say. But the Vikings being at home, again, they know they still have a slim chance. The Panthers are absolute garbage, and they don't have a chance because the Saints and the Bucs are way better than them. Guys, I'm going to go with the Vikings here. Again, they're at home. Injuries have plagued them, but they still have a shot. I'm going to go with the Vikings here. Let's go Minnesota 31-21. Next game, guys, we have the 6-4 Raiders and the 3-7 Falcons. Raiders lost in a shootout last weekend to the Chiefs. Great game. Their offense looks great. It's just their defense is absolute garbage. I mean, to be fair, it was against the Chiefs, who have the best offense in the league. But, their defense has to be able to at least be decent if they actually want to make a playoff run. You can't just have, like, a terrible defense and get away with it. It's not going to work. 3-7 Falcons. Choke artist. Again, their offense isn't bad. Because Ryan and Jones, but their defense is absolute garbage. It's a bunch of schoolyard kids. Raiders, they know that this is kind of a must-win for them. 6-4 is not a great record, and although they know that, I think the Raiders are well aware they don't have a chance against the Chiefs, but they need to secure that second place in the division. So who else is in that division? I mean, I guess that's the Broncos and the Chargers, right? They're absolute garbage. But I still think the Raiders, they know that they need a bounce back win here because they need to sneak into second place. And more importantly, with that 7th seed, and there actually might even be an 8th seed if they have to move games, I heard. But regardless, Raiders need to win this game. And they should be able to against the Falcons. And to be honest, I could see the Falcons dominating throughout the game, and then the Raiders will come back and win it because that's the Falcons. They choke every single game. I'm going to go with the Raiders here, guys. I'm going to go Raiders 34-27. I think it's going to be high scoring. Both defenses are not any good. Raiders 34-27. And I could see the Falcons getting a lead and then choking because that's them. All right, next game, guys. It's perhaps the game of the week. 7-3 Titans at the 7-3 Colts. So, Titans looking for revenge after getting abused at home by the Colts. Colts continue to do well, an overtime thriller win against the Packers last weekend. Guys, I can't believe I'm saying this. We're actually, as Ravens fans, got to cheer for the Titans here because they have the tiebreaker over us, but we have the tiebreaker over the Colts. So if we have the same record at the end of the regular season, we would go and the Colts wouldn't. Actually, not necessarily, but we would be a higher seed than the Colts, if anything. I kind of wish both teams would lose because the Titans are a threat to us as well, but it would make more sense if the Colts lost here, at least for our Ravens playoff chances. So definitely cheering for the Titans here. But I don't think they're going to pull it out, to be honest. I always thought the Colts, they're a fluke. They're going to fall off the rails. They haven't yet. I kind of feel like last year they got off to a hot start and then totally flamed out. They haven't flamed out yet, and they actually kind of have the talent this year. Rivers isn't that good, but he's getting the job done. Their defense looks good. They had a rough day against Green Bay, but Green Bay's offense is very, very good. Still rocking probably their best offensive line in the league. Titans defense, not very good. So I actually could see the Colts winning this game, and unfortunately I am going to have to take the Colts. Again, they're pretty hot right now. They're at home. Beating the Colts at home is rather difficult to do. Ravens did it, though. I'm going to take the Colts here. Again, should be a great game, but let's go Indianapolis. 27-24. Could be a game-winning field goal as well. Next game, guys, we have the 4-6 Niners at the 7-3 Rams. Niners just not that good this year. I know they're 4-6, and again, injuries have just destroyed them. Garoppolo, Mostert, Bosa. It's just been a super rough year for the Niners. But at the same time, they did activate Raheem Mostert, I heard. Richard Sherman as well. I feel like I haven't seen that guy forever. Yeah, he was on IR. Apparently he's coming back, so the Niners are getting some of their weapons back, but I'm afraid it's too late. Seattle and LA are going to very likely go to the playoffs, so you can't have three teams going with the NFC. It's not going to work. Rams, hey, they look good. When was who did they play last? Was it the Seahawks? No, that was 2 weeks ago. I'm trying to remember who the Rams just played, but Rams look good. Offense is a little inconsistent, but when it's on, it's on. Defense isn't good, but again, it's getting the job done. That's really my biggest concern with the Rams. Besides Aaron Donald, their defense really isn't that good. Ramsey, I feel like, has just been quiet since the first few weeks because he's just not that good. I've been over this several times. Of course, they lost Corey Littleton. They do have Michael Brockers, but I feel like he has health issues. Anyways, with it being in LA, the Rams know they still have a slim chance here. Let me look at this. Seattle's record is 7-3. Oh, wow. I didn't even know that the Seahawks were 7-3. The Rams actually have a chance to be first place in that division. And the Rams beat the Seahawks only 2 weeks ago. So the Rams, they have a shot. A pretty big shot. And they know that they need to secure that first place. So I'm definitely going to take the Rams here. They're motivated. They're hot right now. I'm going to go with LA. Let's go Rams 34-30. I actually have it being pretty high scoring, but I could see the Niners pulling off of the upset here. But so for right now, I'm going with the Rams. Next game, guys, we have the 8-2 Saints at the 4-6 Broncos. So we'll start right away. The Broncos without a quarterback today. It's so weird. No quarterback for the Broncos. I should say that their designated quarterbacks all are inactive. Of course, they're going to have someone play quarterback. It's going to be, I think, a wide receiver, Kendall Hinton, if I'm saying that correctly, is going to play quarterback. Apparently, he played quarterback in college. But it's so weird. No Drew Lock, no Blake Bortles. I don't even know who their third string quarterback is. But anyways, oh my god, it's going to be so weird, dude. Kendall Hinton playing QB, who's not even supposed to. No quarterback. But regardless, the Broncos don't have a chance here. No quarterback is never going to help. But again, injuries have just decimated the Broncos. Von Miller, Cortland Sutton, two of the most valuable players on both sides of the ball, I would say. They can't stay healthy to save their lives. Saints, hey, Taysom Hill's playing QB. They don't have their starting quarterback either. But Taysom Hill looked pretty good last week. He's got to work on his arc on the ball. I noticed that when he throws it deep, it's kind of a wobbly pass. He's got to work on that. But Taysom Hill's not bad. And again, He can do it all. He can run, he can block, he can throw. I mean, they're obviously using him as just a thrower and a runner now since he's the quarterback, but Taysom Hill is kind of opening up the playbook, I feel like, which is going to help the Saints a lot. And that's not saying he's better than Drew Brees. It's just that the way they run their offense, it'd be nice to have at least a relatively mobile QB. Michael Thomas is back. He has been non-existent this year, though. I think he had a decent game last week, but I don't know. He is not himself this year. I know he was out for a few weeks, but even several. But Thomas, we're not seeing anywhere near the magnitude of what he was last year. And so, yeah, but regardless, though, the Saints should win this game. The Broncos, again, don't have a chance. I'm going to go with the Saints here, guys. Let's go Saints 30-20. Next game, guys, could this be the game of the week? Perhaps. 9-1 Chiefs at the 7-4 Bucks. This is a CBS game. Nance and Rome will have it, so you're supposed to say it's the game of the week. Chiefs, red hot. I mean, they're one loss to the Raiders. Other than that, they've been dominant. Bucks, I don't know. They're having a little bit of a consistency issue. I feel like Brady just isn't connecting right now. It's clear that he's getting frustrated. I mean, of course, they got Antonio Brown, and he hasn't been bad. I think he got like 80 yards the last game. That's not bad, but I don't know. They seem to have a hard time clicking. And my biggest concern with the Bucs is their defense is very, very inconsistent. When it's on, it's top tier, but when it's off, it's pretty dang bad. I personally think their defense is overhyped a bit. I think it's good, and they probably have the best front seven in the league. But I just feel like they give up a lot of big plays. And again, we may see that today because the Chiefs, they're not this like dink and dunk offense. They are bomb at every play offense. This is really a big game. And it's probably a must win for the Bucs because they lost last week. I forget who. I'm pretty sure the Bucs lost last week. And again, they know that they need to win this game because the Saints 8-2. They're on a hot streak right now, and the Bucs really want to secure first place in that division. I don't know if it's going to happen, but you never know with them. But anyways, I think they'll probably come in second place. I think the Saints will probably take first, but the Bucs need to secure a dominant second seed, second place, so they can be a higher seed. Chiefs, I could see them losing this game just because they're relaxed. Like, they know that no one is going to catch them. I mean, the Raiders have a slim chance, but I don't think they're going to catch them in the division, at least. Again, guys, game of the week. But when it comes down to who is going to be the most clutch, Brady against Mahomes, that's always fun. But Brady, I'm not talking about that clutch 2000 through 2018 Brady. I'm talking about the old Brady who's good but is not clutch this year. I'm going to go with the Chiefs, guys. I think it's going to be close. It's going to be a great game, but you got to trust in Mahomes in these big games, man. I'm going to go with the Chiefs here. Should be pretty high scoring. I think both defenses will kind of flatten 31-28. Could be a game-winning field goal as well. Next game, guys, big game as well. Big division game. 5-5 Bears at the 7-3 Packers. This is our Sunday night football game. Bears, they pretty much could not be colder. Now that I'm looking at their record, they've lost 4 in a row. They were 5-1 at one point. 4 losses in a row for the Bears. They are coming off a bye, which is always helpful, so it gave them time to get everyone healthy again, as long as it's nothing significant, and they can kind of, regenerate, rehydrate. Packers, they're going to be angry, though. They're coming off a heartbreaking loss to the Colts last weekend in overtime. It's in Green Bay. The Packers know they need to secure that first place in the division. I can't see the Bears winning this game. I know coming off the bye helps, but Packers, hot right now on offense. Defense doesn't look great, but I think they can kind of get away with it this game because the Bears' offense is like bottom 5 in the league. It's absolute garbage. The Bears' defense is good, though. Very good, actually. Khalil Mack, what's his name? Akeem Hicks, great interior defensive lineman. Eddie Goldman, if he can stay healthy. Eddie Jackson, Kyle Fuller. Bears defense is very, very good. But I think eventually it might break down, which we saw last year, because their offense is so bad. And their offense is probably even a bit worse than it was last year, to be honest. But actually, now that I remember, I'm pretty sure Trubisky is the starting QB today. I think they finally benched Foles because he's such garbage. I'm pretty sure Trubisky is the starter, but it's not going to make a difference, guys. In Green Bay, I'm going to take the Packers here. Let's go Green Bay, 27-23. Should be a big game, great game. Bears-Packers are usually close as well. All right, this is our Monday Night Football game. We're down to our final two, assuming the last one happens. More on that in a second. 7-3 Seahawks at the 3-6-1 Eagles. Eagles, they know they need. This is really a must-win for the Eagles because the football team are a big threat to them. Really, everyone is in that division because again, it's so bad. But they have a shot. The football team, the Giants, the Eagles. Who's the last? Oh, Cowboys. Cowboys are not going. Of course, they just got destroyed by the football team. Cowboys are done. They're too hurt. Seahawks, I don't know. You know, they got off to a hot start. They're in a bit of a skid right now, I feel like. They did just beat the Cardinals, so let's be fair. But Wilson seems to be cooling off a bit. And I don't know, man, the Rams are a threat to them. The Rams already beat them once. I don't think they've played them twice, but it's still they're still a big threat. And so it's really a must-win for both teams, in my opinion. Because the Eagles need to get first place in that division back. The Seahawks need to get first place in that division as well. So big game here, guys. In Philadelphia, but the Eagles, they're just not good. They can't stay healthy. Their offensive line is very banged up. Their defense is not great either, outside of a few guys. Fletcher Cox, Darius Slay. Their D-line's good. Brandon Graham, Javon Hargrave. Their secondary is not really good besides Darius Slay. Linebacking core, I don't even know anyone. And it's in Philadelphia. I don't think it's going to make a difference, guys. I think the Seahawks are the better all-around team. I'm going to go with Seattle here, guys. 24-17. All right, last game, guys. If this happens, 6-4 Ravens at the 10-0 Steelers. I don't see this happening, guys. I think they're going to have to just move it to Week 18. Perhaps just cancel it altogether, or perhaps make the Ravens forfeit, and that would be an automatic loss for the Ravens. I really hope that doesn't happen because then the Ravens are screwed. Anyways, Ravens, oh my God, this week has been so ugly for them with COVID. And I can't even remember everyone who's on the list, but the big names, of course, Lamar Jackson, Mark Ingram, J.K. Dobbins, Matthew Judon, Calais Campbell, Matt Skura, Patrick McCarry, and I could go on and on and on. It's absolutely decimating. We have no one. It is literally going to be our practice squad out there. And now the Steelers are having some COVID issues. James Conner tested positive, and I'm pretty sure we're having some other guys on the list. I don't think they've tested positive, but I think like Stephon Tuitt's on the list. So the Steelers, it's not nearly as bad, but they're having their issues as well. I can't see this game happening. There's no way. I know the NFL is all about the money, but they do have to understand that eventually enough is enough. And I can't see this game happening right now. If it does, it does. And I'll obviously watch it if it does. But I just hope you guys know. For whatever reason, I kind of feel like either the Ravens are going to pull this out in a slugfest, I guess you could call it, close game, or the Steelers are going to absolutely destroy us. I don't know why I have that feeling, but I just do. Kind of leaning towards the latter, unfortunately. I think the Steelers are kind of going to manhandle us here. Again, if the game happens, and if it does get moved to Week 18, hopefully everyone's healthy then, and we could have a totally different outcome. But for now, if this game happens on Tuesday night with essentially the Ravens practice squad, I'm going to go with the Steelers. Shouldn't be remotely close. Going to go Pittsburgh 35-10. Or the Ravens pull it out 20-17. I don't know why I feel that way, guys. I just do. So either 35-10 Steelers or 2017 Ravens or 35-10 Steelers. But for right now, I'm going Steelers 35-10. Should not be close, but there's always a chance for the Ravens. We'll see what happens. I mean, Ravens-Steelers usually are close, but I don't know. They're not equally matched right now because of injuries and everything. Or not even injuries. COVID, I should say. It's just not even. I would say the Steelers, they could hit over 10 sacks. Our offensive line is bad enough, and then when it's with our backups, literally almost every single one is a backup besides Bozeman and Orlando Brown. We're screwed. TJ Watt will probably have 4 sacks. Hayward will have a couple. It's going to be an absolute massacre. Anyways, guys, that is going to do it for this video. Hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you are new. I am out. Peace out. Have a great day. Thank you so much for watching. Go Ravens. And assuming the Ravens game happens, I don't think it will, but if it does, I will try to see you guys Tuesday night after the game. If it's too late, I will see you guys later that week. Enjoy the games today, guys. Hope you all stay healthy. Hope you all had a great Thanksgiving, and see you then.